Frost. Raspberry. Beret. Alright, Frost, what do you got here? 7 hours ago this level was made. Only clear is J. Bizel. Okay. They already did with the fall. Yeah, I like the scene where he goes in the Animus the first time, like, and him and that woman are like fighting the bunch of like Templars or whatever, or a bunch of those dudes, and they're like, then that big dude comes in, he like stabs the girl or whatever. That's a good scene right there, like good fight scene. And then he goes to kill that one guy, and then he lets all the dudes in or whatever. Yeah, not a lot of levels in the queue today. So if you have a level you want me to play, I mean, now's the time. Oops. That's iconic, yeah. He does do that jump, though, into the river, I think it was, when he's trying to escape all those people in the one part, which is pretty epic. I think they were going to make a sequel to it, honestly. To be fair, Assassin's Creed 1, when I played it, was a great game. It was a great game. Assassin's Creed 2 was, like, light years better than Assassin's Creed 1, in my opinion. So I feel like maybe a second movie would have been better than the first movie. Who knows, you know? I love Ezio. Or, is it Ezio? Is it Ezio Auditore, I think his name is? I think that's his name, right? Oh, spin jump down, you stoop. Well, yeah, I heard they were going to plan. There's a lot of movies out there, franchises that are planning movies. But, like, if your first movie doesn't do good in theaters and it bombs, chances are you're not going to do those movies, you know? One example is Power Rangers, apparently. Although they're making a second one now. I actually liked that first Power Rangers movie. I thought that was a very good movie. But, like, if movies bomb in theaters, chances are you're not going to have another one. What movie was it eventually? Oh, Hellboy, I heard, is out right now, and that's bombing right now. They plan to do another one of those, apparently. And that's bombing big time. So, it looks like that's not going to happen. I don't know those movies too well, But, like, on the flip side, if a movie does really well, you can get a sequel to it, which sometimes is a bad thing. I remember Ride Along 1 did really good in theaters, so they made a second one, and the second one bombed. Another example is Paul Blart Mall Cop. I've read that before. That movie did really good in theaters, and then the second one was a shit fest. Another one is Olympus Has Fallen, I believe, with, I think that's, is that Gerard Butler? And that movie did really good, and then the second one, like, London Has Fallen, completely bombed. I actually agree with that, because I watched Olympus Has Fallen. I love that movie. I tried to watch the second one, and I fell asleep twice now. I can't get through it. It's so boring. Like, it's just such a boring movie. I don't like it. I like the idea for the first one, because, like, the idea of the White House going down is a really cool, like, concept. I just didn't really have any emotional feel for the second one. You know? After songs now. Didn't they do that during Get Peach or Die Trying? The first one? Paul Blart 2 is... I've watched it. It's not that good. The first one was really good. I like the first one. It's not a great movie. It's a good movie. It's not great. And the second one, I'm just like... It's so tough. Whoops. There's a lot of movies like that. I'm just giving a couple examples there. They were actually going to make a sequel somehow to another Gerard Butler movie, A Law-Abiding Citizen. Like another version with another person. But glad they didn't. The first one was good. They didn't need to make a second one for that. I'm glad they never made a second one for that. That movie was great. I love that movie. And I'm glad they didn't try to make a second version of it. Like, they didn't need to. First one was already good enough. That's all when you upload? I listen to weird music, so... Sometimes I listen to actual music, but then sometimes I listen to video game music. Yesterday I was listening to... You ever listen to Pikachu's Jukebox? Viridian City was one of the songs that came on. Why did I spin jump there? Done with Spider-Man completely. I actually like the new Spider-Man so far. I like it so far, especially because it intertwined Iron Man in the movie. That's my thing. My gripe with like when you have a universe of like superheroes in the comics anyway. Like I understand why Spider-Man couldn't put like other heroes in, but like it doesn't make sense to me. Like Iron Man 3 is an example, right? So I watch Iron Man 3, and the president gets like captured by a bunch of like terrorists or whatever, and the only person that can help him is Iron Man. Where the fuck is Captain America? Where is Thor? Where is, you know, Black Widow? Where the hell is everybody, you know? I never understood that. I hate that. That's why I hate that movie so much. I don't like that movie as it is, but like that kind of stuff like it just drives me crazy. Like Thor 1 comes out and you already know about Captain America and them, but like they're not in that movie either, which is weird. There's like an attack on a city. Like where the heck are they? Thor I can understand, yeah. Like I understood why Thor and Hulk weren't around for Civil War, because they were technically in Ragnarok then. Thor Ragnarok was like the same time. So I understand that. I really do. I can understand the Guardians of the Galaxy, but like for Iron Man 3, where the hell are all the other heroes they have at the time? Like Iron Man 3, there's the Avengers already assembled. That basically goes right into like, doesn't that go like right into like Age of Ultron or some shit? Like they're obviously together. Where the hell are they? Like I know it's a budget thing, but it doesn't make sense to me. At least like Civil War came out and they put like all the heroes they had at the time into the movie, right? So like it's a Captain America movie. It's basically Avengers 2.5. There's a lot of people on it. It makes more sense to me. All right, we're having this big, you know, dispute here. Here are all the heroes. This is really hard, this jump. They're at lunch? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is okay. I like the actors in it and everything. And it's not a bad movie. It's just not a great movie either. It's not as good as the first one. The first one was great. Plus, I like the villain more in 1 than 2. It's kind of a shame they kind of like got rid of him already. I was kind of upset when Red Skull was gone, and then they brought him. His return is just weird to me. We'll have to see what it does. Lost your Fiend sub? Oh no. Vacation? Where the fuck is Captain America gonna go to? The guy was frozen for like 80 years. Was he like in the beaches of Hawaii just getting a tan while everything's going on? And another thing I have a question of, right? How are they gonna like intertwine the X-Men into the MCU out of nowhere? Like, isn't that gonna be weird? Like you had all these attacks, like Thanos attacking everything. Where are the X-Men at the whole time? Why did they not help? Now they're like in the MCU. Like, how do you explain when they just show up out of nowhere? In the gym? He's chilling. Where's Black Widow at? Where's S.H.I.E.L.D. at? That's another thing. Where the fuck is S.H.I.E.L.D. the whole time? They're supposed to be the ones like protecting the world, and they're not even in Iron Man 3. The president's about to get killed, and they're like, oh, no, we're good. Where the fuck's Samuel L. Jackson at, man? I think what they could do, I guess, with the X-Men is the X-Men are always hated by... I never understood this, right? In the comics, right? The X-Men are completely hated and shamed by the humans, right? But then there's, like, heroes like Captain America and Iron Man, and people are like... Or Captain America, anyway. And they're like, oh, man, this guy's awesome. But then Wolverine, they, like, hate because he's a mutant. They hate mutants, but they like heroes that have, like, alternate powers, like Spider-Man or, Captain America or whatever. I never understood that. It, like, never makes any sense to me. Well, yeah, that's the story of the X-Men all the time. It has to deal with, like, that's always the story with that. Like, the X-Men are so hated one time, they go to their own little island in the comics, right? Is Deadpool going to be an endgame? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to have any X-Men yet. Especially since they're making Deadpool 3 still. Which is probably going to be produced by Fox still, people are saying. But it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, oh, we love these superheroes. Like, they even like the Fantastic Four, who are all like... didn't get mutation, but they still got like these weird-ass powers from radiation and stuff. But they hate, you know, mutants. It's like, well, we don't like mutants because a few mutants did bad things. Even though there's like supervillains and stuff that have powers, you know, like that do bad things. Space power? Yeah, right. They could put in like, it would be cool, I think, if they added maybe somebody from the Fantastic Four. Like Doctor Doom right away. That's a really tough job. I gotta stop ducking there. In the comics, it's a dumb argument in my opinion. If that was a real life thing, like imagine if that was a real life thing. I feel like anybody that would complain about that, I would just completely think is an idiot. Like, oh, it's like the same thing though. Like a mutant's radiation, who cares? It's like all the same. Spider-Man gets mutated from a spider, basically. Like, he doesn't get mutated, but like he gets powers from a fucking radioactive spider. Aye. Okay. It's a no-no. I mean, technically Captain America's man-made, right? He's an experiment. As Tony Stark says, he's an experiment in a bottle, basically. Although he is like, he has like hero aspects before, technically, and that's why they pick him. Oh gosh. Okay, stay on the edge, stay on the edge, stay on the edge. Okay. Spin and jump. Yeah, I guess I understand that. I actually like the X-Men more than a lot of the Marvel heroes. Like Captain America and them. I like Captain America, I guess, but... like, how can you not like someone like Wolverine or Deadpool or something? Do I just jump off that guy? I think I can just jump off that guy. And then damage boost. Yeah, okay. I'm not a fan of the Fantastic Four movies. Any of them, honestly. I mean... I can't go back and watch the Fantastic Four anymore because Chris Evans is like a jokester in it. It's very hard to like watch Chris Evans as this like superhero jokester when he's a serious hero in the MCU now. Like, I just can't see it. I can't watch it anymore. And I'm not a fan of Jessica Alba. I don't think she's that great of an actress. I mean, she's not bad or whatever, but I don't know. The new Fantastic Four, I watched like a little bit of the end. It was on TV the one day, and I'm just like, oof, this is terrible. That movie was terrible. I can't. Yeah, it's kind of like it kind of reminds me of Megan Fox in the Teenage Mutant Turtles movies. She's eye candy too, because her acting's horrendous, horrible, terrible. Same thing when she's in those Transformer movies, I'm guessing too. They could definitely do an after credit scene with like someone from Fantastic Four or X-Men maybe to hype it up, but I don't think they're going to. I feel like the end of Endgame is going to have some kind of end credit scene for Spider-Man and maybe something else. I don't know what else. They haven't really announced anything else. You kind of have an idea what movies are coming up, but like they haven't shown anything off besides Spider-Man. So they haven't. They could definitely do a bunch of different things. Like, you could add a different villain now. I mean, technically they're going to be doing time travel in Endgame, maybe. If they do, like, time travel, they could definitely come up with a story where, like... Days of Future Past kind of did the story where they go back to change the future, but it, like, doesn't change the future. It just delays the future, I guess. It's still a bad future. It just happens a different way. You could definitely do that in Endgame. Like, where they change it, everybody comes back, and then it's, like... it changes the future, and they eventually are gonna, you know, a different villain approaches now. You know what I mean? It's like a ripple in a wave, but eventually it'll happen again. You know, just a different way. I like that in Days of Future Past. Like, basically Days of Future Past, if you don't know, the good ending happens. But then if you watch Logan, eventually all mutants are killed anyway. Just a different way of being killed. Instead of the Sentinels, they're killed because of being poisoned, basically. Because there's basically... What is it, like... Cornstarch is, like, poisoned or something like that, which is, like, everything. And it extinction mutants. That's why, like, in that movie, Logan can't heal or anything properly. Because his body's, like... Eventually, it's rejecting the poison in his body as well, but... Whew. Alright. Whew. Got it. Spoiler alert. That movie's like a year and a half old now. 2 years almost. So yeah, in the Logan movies, if you like actually watch it the whole time, like, so basically, if you've never watched the movie, spoiler alert here, I'm about to say something spoilery. At the beginning of the movie, you learn that Charles Xavier lost control of his mind, basically. Yo, Frost, thanks for the 100 bits. He basically lost control of his mind, and he killed the X-Men in the X-Men Mansion.